March 31st, finances. Taking financial responsibility for ourselves is part of recovery. Some of us may find ourselves in hard financial times for a variety of reasons. Our recovery concepts, including the steps, work on money issues and restoring manageability to that area of our life. Make appropriate amends, even if that means tackling a $5,000 debt by sending in $5 a month. Start where you are with what you've got. As with other issues, acceptance and gratitude turn what we have into more. Money issues are not a good place to act as if. Don't write checks until the money is in the bank. Don't spend money until you've got it in your hand. If there is too little money to survive, use the appropriate resources available without shame. Set goals. Believe you deserve the best financially. Believe God cares about your finances. Let go of your fear and trust. Today, I will focus on taking responsibility for my present financial circumstances, no matter how overwhelming that area of my life may feel and be. I'm Herb the Addictaholic. This is the language of letting go. And financial struggle is a tough one for a lot of us, whether, we're on the park bench or Park Avenue. It doesn't matter. We all deal with financial struggles, and it's one of those things that when we have it under control and we're good, it makes the rest of everything else a little easier. When we let it get out of control, it tends to come crashing down pretty hard in a lot of ways, whether you're in a multi-million-dollar mansion and you lose your next big contract that was going to bring in the next year's millions of dollars that's going to help pay for that house. Now you can't pay for that house. The same as somebody in a $40,000 job who can't pay for their decent little nice home, whatever it is. So, it doesn't matter. We all deal with financial issues, and the more money, the more problems. There's a lot of truth to that. Sometimes I wish I could just revert back to like a Native American style of living, or maybe like an old Japanese style of living with just, a very modest little home with just a pallet for a bed and, a couple katana blades or something, like just something to hunt with, something to fish with, and just keep it simple. But unfortunately, we live in this very complex society where that is not how things work typically, unless you go off grid, which isn't as easy as it sounds. It's actually harder to go off grid than it is to stay in the system that society's built for us. So maintaining finances is huge. Getting ahead of your finances is huge. I have, since becoming sober, incurred some debt with the pandemic, with fluctuation in jobs after that. Just a couple things happened, and I've incurred some credit card debt, but I'm up on my payments. I usually make twice what the required minimum payment is. So my credit's looking great, even though the usage is up a little bit more than I would like. I'm able to stay on top of keeping the payments, and I haven't taken on credit cards that I know I can't pay for over the course of a couple years, or however long it's going to be to pay some of that stuff off. So in the past, I've got way ahead of myself, and even though the book here says don't spend what you don't have, unfortunately I have done a little bit of that, and a lot of us do, but I keep it in a more manageable compartment than I used to. And once I get these ones paid off, I don't plan on adding more to it, but it is good to build up a little credit and to show the companies that you can pay back some of those borrowed monies. But try to have the money in hand before you borrow, so you can borrow and then pay it off like that month, and that builds credit a lot faster. But this isn't financial information or advice, so thank you guys for coming out. I hope to see you tomorrow. Keep coming back. It works if you work it.